This is problem 11.1 from Brigham and Houston, Fundamentals of Financial Management, Concise, 9th edition. And here we're calculating the net present value of a project. The net present value of a project is defined as the present value of the future inflows, net of the present value of the initial outlay. First thing we should do is set up a timeline. That's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This project is going to go out over 9 years. And the initial outlay is cash flow that occurs at time 0. Here, this project is going to cost $65,000. We'll set that up as a negative number because outflows are negative, inflows are positives. All right, pretty it on up, and then it's $65,000 up front, and then you're taking in $12,000 a year for each of the next 12 years. To calculate the net present value, we use a discount rate, and the discount rate is the weighted average cost of capital. Typically, we use that in places we have to adjust that for risk, but with this particular project, it tells us to use the weighted average cost of capital. So the net present value would be the present value of the future cash flows minus the initial outlay. And that gives you the net present value, or NPV. All right, so the present value of the cash flows that occur in the future, I can use the poorly named NPV function in Excel, which stands for uneven cash flows. The function is equals NPV, open parens, the discount rate you want to take the present value of the future cash flows at, and then all cash flows from time 1 forward. So the $12,000 a year for 9 years, it has a present value of $71,942. You got to spend $65,000 today to get that. So the net present value would be the $71,000 coming in minus the $65,000 going out. And there's your answer. That's the net present value, or NPV. In Excel, they have an NPV function. It is not the same thing as the finance concept NPV, capital net, capital present, capital value. Those are two different things. It's confusing for a lot of students, and that's because the people at Excel screwed something up when they named it, and they never do fix anything. NPV in Excel is uneven cash flow. In finance, NPV stands for net present value, and that's present value of future cash flows minus the present value of initial outlays.